How's it going, Knights of the Round Table? My name is NightGamerRex, and welcome back to The Last Door Collector's Edition. So, I really enjoyed the very first episode. It was so much fun, the story was amazing, the music was amazing, so I'm ready to get into Episode 2, Memories. I didn't even start it. So I actually just got back from playing some Five Nights at Freddy's, and I noped right out of there. Previously on The Last Door. Jeremiah Devitt receives a mysterious letter from his childhood friend, Anthony Beechworth. He travels to his friend's manor in Sussex, where he learns of Anthony's descent into madness and the death of his wife, Anna Beechworth. Devitt faces the perils of the house and finally finds the dead body of his friend who committed suicide. Anthony's final letter warns Devitt of an unknown danger and asks him to remember his past by going back to the boarding school they both attended years back. Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Oh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as earth as it is in heaven. Is he gonna hang himself on the door handle? No, he just took his clothes off instead. That's cool. What is that? Give us each day our daily bread. This is from the Bible, I could tell that. I'm not very religious, but I know that's where it's from. Forgive us our sins, for we ourselves forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. It's a whip. He's hitting himself. Amen. This is a weird game. Anyway, the one thing I really like about the game is how it gives you a cliffhanger at the beginning, and then it gives you the rest of the story while you play. But yeah, I just got back from playing some Five Nights at Freddy's, and I swear that the walkthrough said that Freddy was only going to come on the 4th and 5th night, but he was there on the 3rd night, and he scared the shit out of me that I noped so fast. I actually exited the game before I even got killed, so the recording got corrupted because of that reason, and I probably won't finish it because I am deathly afraid of animatronics because of this game now, so I'm probably not going to finish it. It's just way too scary for me. It's just something I can't finish. I'm sorry for everything, but I'm not going to be able to finish Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just too much for me. Now tell me, where are you? What do you see? Jeez. This is good. Walking through a forest. Dark and scary forest. That's good. Who is it? Is it Anthony? Answer me. Where am I and who am I talking to? Is that Anna? What is she doing? Get close to her. Get close to Anna. That is Anna. Hey, baby. Ugh. It's okay. Just breathe, man. This isn't Outlast. No need to breathe hard. When I count to 3, you'll wake up. Oh, I was being hypnotized. 1, 2. The hell was that? 3. Now. Wake up. Wake up! You can rest now, Mr. Devitt. That will be enough for today. Are these sessions really necessary? I am confident that this will be the best course of treatment for your symptoms. Now, did you ever see him again? I saw it. What did you see? Can you describe it? It looked like an eye, perfectly rounded and dark, deep and empty, accompanied by the most horrifying, pain-filled screams I have ever heard, inside a complete darkness where an evil dwells deep below. A forgotten fear for human reasoning, but undoubtedly still rests deep down inside our being. In my case, that fear has already awoken. I can understand why you are disturbed, Mr. Devitt. With your permission, I would like to consult on your case with a colleague of mine, a man I've known for many years who is more versed in modern psychological practices. I think his knowledge and experience would be very helpful in enabling us to understand your condition. If you think it would help, Doctor, I will leave it in your hands. The agony grows increasingly unbearable, and if you believe this man can help, then I will welcome his aid. Thank you, Dr. Wakefield. I bid you good evening. Oh, this is lovely. Anthony, my friend, what really happened to you? How could you have let your wife Anna die so awfully? These doubts consume my soul. I hardly remember the time we spent together as schoolmates. I confess that beyond our enduring friendship, I can recall little of those years. Were your words a result of increasing loss of sanity? In your letter, you wrote that someone awaits me. A warning to ward me from a genuine danger or merely to the ravagings of a brilliant mind added by insanity. Something stirs uneasily within my heart. I will not rest easily again until I go back to that boarding school and find out what secrets may lie within. Farewell, Mr. and Mrs. Beechworth. Rest now in peace. How nice. Episode 2. Memories. A quite old damaged mailbox. Sweet. Postcard. Grab the postcard. Dear Matthew, it has been several months and still I have heard no news from you. My brother insists that you have abandoned me, but I am sure you remain true. I know that you would never do that to me, and I know your heart and the honesty of your eyes. I got this address from a hospital in London and pray that it reaches you safely. If that is the case, I want you to know that I will always be waiting for you. Forever yours, Juliet Holloway. Alright, so I've already played the very beginning of this because, again, the game crashed and killed the recording, so I need to grab the stone. Just head on in. Hey, lady. Pardon me, sister. Good evening, sister. Good evening. I'm Mother Elizabeth. What brings you here, Mr. Devitt? I'm a former student of this boarding school. As you can see, Mr. Devitt, this stopped being an academic institution a long time ago, and is now exclusively dedicated to prayer and the well-being of the patients under our care. I see. Even so, may I please speak to Mr. Devitt? I'm afraid that we are too busy to start wasting time talking about past issues. In addition, there is little to say. We sisters arrived after the boarding school had closed down. Everybody but Mr. Mossinger, of course. Mossinger? Exactly. But you didn't answer my question. Why have you come to this place, Mr. Devitt? I prefer not to talk about it. To be honest, I prefer not to talk about it. I couldn't tell you why this place is so important for me, but it is, a lot. Well, I appreciate your honesty, Mr. Devitt. I'll allow you to stay around here. I hope I won't regret my decision. Don't worry, Mother. Thank you. Hangs up his coat. Alright, now I need to basically talk to her on all accounts. Did you take care of the patients? Of course, Mr. Devitt, we tend to both the physical and spiritual needs of those in our care. Did you say the Monsignor already lived here when the venue was still a boarding school? Indeed. He still was priest and professor before he became Monsignor and started to lead this place. Can I talk to him? I'm afraid that's not possible. Monsignor has left strict instructions to not be disturbed, not even by any of the sisters. Thank you. Alright. Among these baggages, I can see a pocket of letters bound in twine. I'd ask you not to touch my belongings, please. You're not aware of who you're talking to. I'm sorry. Doctor? I'm sorry. I'm not a doctor. Pay him no mind. He has been delirious for some days. I'm Miss Mary Vinge, and this is my brother, Matthew. Juliet, why have you left me? Why don't you answer my letters? My letters. You see, the poor man is still obsessed with his fiancée. He won't accept that he's left him months ago, my poor Matthew. I'm very sorry, Miss Vinge. I hope he recovers. Thank you. Okay, give him the postcard. Mr. Vinge, I think this letter is addressed to you. Oh, thank you. Leave it to me, if you be so kind. As you can see, my brother is too weak to read it. Well, Matthew, let's see who's written to you. Oh, it's a letter from our mother. That's bullshit. Dear Matthew, I hope you are recovering. I wish that your beloved sister and you come back home soon. Miss Vinge is making up the letter's contents. It's because it's from his fiancée and she doesn't want him to know. Then I give him the actual letters. My letters. All the letters I wrote to dear Juliet. You never posted them. But why, Mary? Why would you do such a thing? How could you be so cruel? I had to do it, Matthew. To refuse to see how appropriate a match she is for you. Her only interest in marrying is someone of your status, of our family's status. It was for your sake I did this. I did it to protect you from that woman's treachery. No. You only thought about yourself, of your vanity. I can't bear to look upon you anymore, Mary. Leave me be. From this day forth, you are no sister of mine. You dare banish me? I who have stayed by your side all through your illness? Very well, Matthew. You will have your way. I will leave you, and then you will see how very lonely you are. Farewell, brother. Thank be to the Lord that you have come to reveal my sister's cruelty, sir. Please, take this coin as a token of my appreciation. It is my lucky coin, though I hope it served you better than it did as myself. Thank you! Are you alright, madam? There was a rhythmic sound, like a breathing. What do you mean? It was last night. I felt an increasing pressure on my temples. Something dry and rough like tree bark brushed against my leg, and I saw something on the wall, like a growing shadow. I lit the lamp, and there was nothing. I'm sure it was just a nightmare, madam. Oh, I'm sure. Please, someone. Piety. I'm sorry. You cannot be here. Is there some way I can help? Don't worry about it, sir. The Lord looks after each and every one of our patients. He will provide you with all the help you need. If you wish, you can pray there, next to the statue of Our Lady. Don't you think she is beautiful? The Virgin listens to those in need. Right, alright. Let's open this. Now let's go in here. Grab Senior Music Box. Dear brother, I have received your letter and I'll try to write you more frequently. I hope you are studying a lot and you feel comfortable there. We miss you a lot. When are you coming back? Father is in bed with fever and I do not feel very well but I am on medication. Today is my birthday and I am feeling blue. It is a quiet but boring Sunday in the village. Mum is going to cook a lemon cake like those Grandma used to make. I wish we could eat it together. Right back soon. I'm looking forward to knowing how you are doing and what you are learning. How is Scotland and so on? A big hug. I think about you a lot. Your dear sister. Father Ernest seems unusually troubled today. Several times he paused abruptly in the middle of a lecture for no reason, even during his favorite class, theology. Today Father Ernest was very irritable. Collins made a comment and was expelled from class for it, and even Devitt was admonished just for reading a philosophy book. I hope Father Ernest doesn't turn his ire towards me. My father will be disappointed if I fail to get good marks. It was very disconcerting to see Father Ernest entering class so pale and sweaty. In the middle of his lecture he stumbled, dazed, and had to sit. Father Eugene taught our theology class today, even though he doesn't know the subject matter as well as Father Ernest. When we asked him what happened to Father Ernest, Father Eugene told us he had taken ill. What worries me is now that Father Eugene is also starting to look unwell. It has been a month since we last saw Father Ernest. We are told that he is still sick, but if he is so ill, then why hasn't a physician come to treat him? The hell was that noise? My studies are flagged, but I have taken it upon myself to read on my own. I hope this helps, as much as I succeed in spite of the problems happening around us. It was announced this morning that the school is to close. None of us know why, and we cannot get a straight answer from the faculty. They each dodge the question, and I'm starting to think that they may not know the answer themselves. Their anxiety is palpable, but they try to hide it behind a calm face. But what about Father Ernest? I hear he alone is to remain after we vacate the premises. There is a picture in the diary. It is a photograph of my graduating class. It seems I see myself, Father Ernest, and Anthony. I do not remember the names of the others. One face is completely scratched out. Oh no. Good evening. I hope you're alright, and this turns out to be indeed a good evening. My name is Devitt. I did not know there was a graveyard here. My pleasure, Mr. Devitt. I am Frank Baldwin. Do not ask me why, but Monsignor specifically ordered to bury the corpses here. So many corpses. What happened? What is there to understand, Mr. Devitt? God has forsaken this place. Damn it. I'll just leave you alone. Nothing really too important, I suppose. Piece of old fishing net, gimme? And get the log. So far, I'm really enjoying this game. It's not a bad game, but the game doesn't really have any replay value. That's a sad truth about some of these story-driven games. Once you finish the story, then it's just like there's no point in trying to do it again. Who is the Monsignor? I cannot rightly say. After all these years, I have never seen the man. Who knows? Maybe he does not exist. Alright, now let's go back in. And we go back this way. Please help. I will in a minute. So many sad people. Yeah, this game is friggin' depressing. Once you start to think about it. Good evening, sister. Sister, all this suffering, all these tears, all our prayers unanswered. What? What do you mean, sister? All these years entrusted to the Lord, praying, looking for a sign, for something that can give me strength. Every day I hear them cry, pray, scream, and die. And what for? Where are you, Lord? Why don't you answer me? The Lord works in mysterious ways. Certainly, yes. But I don't ask for much. Just something to go on. A path to follow. I can't go on. Not like this. Excuse me, sir. Oh, what a beautiful melody. It reminds me of my youth when I was vibrant and full of purpose. I knew my path then. Oh, may God bless you, for you have given me a sign I was looking for. That's nice. A lot of dry leaves have accumulated in a hole of this old rusty pipe. They are blocking the water stream. I forget how to scrape it out. Oh, I just used my hand. Okay. The hole has very sharp and rusted edges. If I tried to put my hand, I could cut myself. I blunted the sharp edges of the pipe. Now I need not to fear of being cut. Then you put the net on it. The net should catch anything coming down the pipe. Skills! And then we need to go through here, and we need to go over yonder. Open this, go in here. A broken mirror. There's a protruding piece. Grab it. I can already open the tap with no risk of losing the shiny object. Because there's a shiny object down there. And now I need to go get it. The net has caught the shiny object. And then I need to take this downstairs. See, most of this game is just, you know, puzzle solving, which is not really useful to the storyline of the game. It's just something to keep the game going and not be super short. So I already, I looked up a walkthrough on what to do just so I can bust through it, because it's a very, very long game if you don't know what you're doing. So I've placed the glass tear in a hollow of the Virgin's cheek. It seems that it fits perfectly. Then I need to put the glass here. Oh, our mother is crying? Oh my lord, what does it mean? What does it mean? What have I done? What have we done? Very true. What have you done? You must help me. What can I do? What is wrong with you? There is little time. I tell them about my pain. I describe the unbearable and endless pain, yet they do not listen. They pass me by without even looking at me. They say that they are praying for me, but it does not cure my ailment. But sir, I know. But I beseech you. You will be saving me from horrible torture. I will be eternally indebted to you. I understand. Your request is terribly hard for me. I guess I could find the courage to help you. I understand the magnitude of what I'm asking. God bless you, sir. I do not know how I can show you my gratitude. What I need you to do is, without the nuns noticing, to try to get an amount of morphine, enough so that I can be embraced by my deepest of dreams, and in that way stop the rhythm of my heart. Yeah, this game is so sad and depressing. Everybody dies, everybody wants to die, everybody gets sick. This is friggin' sad, you know? A syringe next to a flask with a label that reads morphine. I'll see you! Go downstairs, give him morphine of doom. But I'm really enjoying this game. It is a very, very nice game. That's right, he leaves. There's a note on the bed. Baldwin lies? I don't rightly know or remember what to do after this. I think I talked to her. Mr. Baldwin. Who is Mr. Baldwin? Monsignor instructed me to take him on as caretaker. Many of the sisters find him a bit strange, but he performs his work well and complains little. Sadly, the Lord is taking many of these unfortunate souls. That's nice. Let's go outside. What the heck is he doing? Noises coming from inside the coffin. What in the heaven? I cannot open the coffin with my own hands. The lid is nailed. Is that dude from who was sick inside the coffin? Tell me about Monsignor. I cannot really say. After all these years, I've never seen the man. Looks like his toolbox. I wonder if there's something useful in it. I might be able to take a look if I kept him distracted. Tell me about this place. Well, the construction of this building was ordered around... Tell me about Aberdeen. It was the place where I was born and raised, one of the biggest cities in Scotland. Oh, he's distracted now. I'll see you! I got what I needed. Don't need to listen to your stupid stories. Tool! Use the tool on the thingy. The darkness of his eye. His body is petrified. He has a look of sheer terror in his eyes. Oh my god. But what has happened? You're asking me, bub. Mother Elizabeth is trying to come to his senses. Ooh, buddy. Wait, what? That's right, I need to go back to the front desk. Because that's the lady who sits at the front desk. There we go. I need to grab what's on here. A large, bright, and ordinate key. There's a key on the door. There we go. Flashback. Don't look into his eyes. The hell does that mean? Because the deepest, darkest darkness dwells in his eyes. That's fine and dandy. Come in, my son. Did you think you could hide these books from me? They are just classic philosophy books, Father. Plato and Aristotle. Silence. Instruments of falsehood, you mean. Fallacies coming from the snake. Now, son, get on your knees and raise your arms. Apologize to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. It is Latin, malum is sin, evil in itself. Shit, what the fudge? A strange eye-shaped symbol? Why? Eye of the Bird. Lord, your eyes burn me. I don't deserve mercy nor forgiveness. O Lord, have mercy on my soul. Who are you sending me? Is death to whom you are handing me over? Has my hourglass already run out of sand? Father Ernest. Ernest? It has been many years since I had heard that name. Since... Oh. I see. Father, I am here to be able to remember. You have to help me, I beg you. Pleas, entreaties, petitions, praying, torment, exemption. Past times bring us not misfortune and pain. Father Ernest, I was one of your students. One of my old students, you say. It's only the Lord who teaches us. We all must follow his ordinances and disciplines. Get closer, son. Come pray next to me. The makeshift altar is coated in a dense layer of wax. The candles have almost burnt out, only barely illuminate the room. He has a large burn covering his eyes. He is completely blind. Despite his discrepited extreme thinness and paleness, I can still recognize Father Ernest. He but seems far away, like in another world. Glory to be the Father, and the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Now, my son, tell the Lord which of one of his voice, the sharp sword, the will quill, or the delicate petal. The sharp sword? Heck yeah! Yes, that's it, my son. The Lord with his sharp sword transmits us his wisdom, his power, and his punishment. And now, my son, tell the Lord which one is his holy path, the wise virtue, the endless blame, or the blessed penance. The wise virtue. No, your soul lives embraced by darkness. Now leave me alone. I have to purify my soul. Excuse me, princess. A razor blade stained with blood? What, is he cutting himself? I can only move when he's praying, because then he can sense me. Dear God in heaven, I feel for you. Your light is in my eyes. I will burn them for you. He burned his own eyes for his God. Dear God in heaven, I feel myself in you. Your eyes are my soul. I will burn it for you. God, what the hell? Do I pick up the letter, or what? No? Okay. I'll see you. This game is really messed up, I have to say. It's probably one of the weirdest games I've played. Using the wood stump as a handle, I could use it to cut it out. Now cut this. Flashback! And finally, our expert into philosophy, Jeremiah Devitt, shows up. Where were you, my friend? We have been looking for you. Well, as I was saying, tonight is the perfect moment for our next meeting, but I suspect that someone outside our group is secretly surveilling us. Who is it, Anthony? My dear friends, it is Professor Glenn. Do you mean Father Ernest? Certainly, no doubt about it. Therefore, dear colleagues, I have decided to change the venue for tonight's meeting. Have you noticed the lounge behind the small door of the classroom? I have believed convenient to borrow the key for for our necessities. You already know. At 12 o'clock you will find that the door open, and I'll be inside the lounge. That is it, my dearest colleagues. Videt nequa sciat. I remember that in this furniture we used to keep some of our personal belongings. Now it is empty. Depressing much? I can remember that this is the bed where I used to sleep when I was a student here. Mr. Rabbit was jumping through the forest in a warm spring afternoon. Okay. When going through a bush, Mr. Rabbit ran into Mr. Wolf, Mr. Vulture, and Mrs. Snake, who were having a heated argument. Mr. Rabbit, curious, asked them, "Dearest, why are you arguing in this beautiful and cheerful spring afternoon?" They're probably arguing who's gonna get to eat him. Mr. Wolf answered politely, "What we are trying to decide here is who of us will have the pleasure to eat you up." I kinda guessed. See, the walkthrough didn't go in depth, it just said, grab this, put it here, go through this door. It didn't tell me any of the letters or the story. Mr. Rabbit, really scared, said, "But I do not want to be eaten. I want to live." It's getting really dark. To which Mrs. Snake answered, smiling, "That is impossible to happen, Mr. Rabbit, since we all, both you and us, are going to die sooner or later. Don't you think so?" Mr. Vulture added, "Mrs. Snake is right. We should stick to the issue at hand. It is getting late, and as you see, we do not agree. Do you want us to help decide, Mr. Rabbit? Who would you suggest to be the one to eat you?" None of you, thank you. After thinking about it for a while, Mr. Rabbit came up with an idea and carefully said, "I got it. Why not to organize a race? The first who arrives to the forest clearing will have the privilege to eat me. No doubt Mr. Wolf can run at high speed, but Mr. Vulture can go flying and avoid any obstacle, and I'm sure that Mrs. Snake knows all the shortcuts within the forest. What do you think?" I don't like this game. Whoa! There are people in the window! The three predators agreed that it was fair, so they started the race and they quickly disappeared. That's freaking creepy. People in the window. Mr. Rabbit, happily to trick them, started running at high speed in the opposite direction of the predators who, eager to prove their worth, didn't realize the trick. Mr. Rabbit was far away from there and he finally felt safe, happy and proud of his cunning. But suddenly there was a loud bang. The earth shook, frightened birds flew, and everything went dark. The end. He got shot. What the fuck? What? Read the note. Fuck the rabbits. Hey, Mr. Bunny. An impossible love? There's something I kept to myself for a long time. And the thing is that I love you, and I have always loved you. Since the first time I saw you, since the first time I felt your frozen hands. Each time I moved away from you, I missed your glassy, empty, dead eyes. I missed your rough hair, your grayish skin, your stench. But your love just cannot die? It is an impossible love. The end! That was the happiest film I've ever seen. No, not again. How long have I been sleeping? What was that all about? In the nightmare I found a place in my memories. Yes, you did, Mr. Devitt. This game gets weirder and weirder by the second. And I don't much care for it. I like sanity and happiness. But this game is just weird. I love it, but it's weird. I love it. In my disturbing nightmare, I was brought to this spot. It is a trapdoor I saw in my nightmare. From here sprouts a horrible stench. There is something down there. Did you see? It was there, just in front of me. That thing. It was screaming. He shakes uncontrollably, his body racked with pain, and there is only one way to end his suffering. Shh, Steam. No messages right now. I'm in the middle of a fuckfest. What? Rest in peace. Frickin' Steam people. I got an achievement, Merciful. I basically just had to put the guy out of his misery. The stretcher's used to carry corpses here. Who is behind all of this? He must have been dead at least a week, still bearing an expression of horror. Jesus, what the hell happened? The decaying corpse of a young woman. It seems as if she has been devoured by an animal. Well, splattered with dry blood. What the actual fuck? Punctual as always, Mr. Devitt. Now all this remains is to introduce our guest. He may come in now, Professor. Father Ernest. Now do not worry, my friend. I have invited him to join us this evening. The professor genuinely shares our curiosity, and who better to complete our group than one of the most renowned theologists? Moreover, we mustn't ban those who are willing to explore beyond the veil. The moment we have long awaited has now arrived. Please, all of you, take a seat and we shall begin the procedure. Soon shall the door be open, and then may we finally see what lies beyond. Now I take that you close your eyes. You will feel a momentary prick as I inject you with the serum. What the nutsacks is happening? You're blind! How could you make it here? Even after all these years, I have not forgotten your voice. You're the fourth witness. I remember now what happened. What is that we saw? The eye of the bird. Malum in sea. What happened to us? What is it that we witnessed? You must tell me. You must make me understand what my mind cannot fathom. It was our curiosity that damned us. We opened that which should not be opened. In doing so, we shorn the veil that separated our world from his. In seeking visions, we were ourselves seen by the eye of the bird. It remembers us, it looks for us, it calls us from its dark nest, from its abominable lair. All these years I have attempted to return to it, but I have no strength left. These poor wretched creatures are too fragile. They lack the sight to return. Not one of them has. Only us, the four witnesses. Who are the other two? Where are they? They disappeared as you did. I haven't heard from any of you, but I was seized by curiosity. It absconded with my faith and deprived me of sanity. O Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned. Nothing remains. All that is left is surrender. Surrender to him. Gravely have witnessed, we've seen now that our absolution is to burn in the flames. Malum. In. Se. I don't like noises. Knock, knock. Knock, knock, who's there? Oh, he's burying me! I'm in a coffin and he's burying me! How can you make it out of this one? Find out in the next episode. I gotta finish this. It's almost an hour freaking long. Oh, wow. He just buried me alive. Achievement unlocked, a secret from the past. Whew. This game gets freaky really quickly. But I love it. I'm loving this game. It is an amazing horror ride of awesome. So, I'm definitely finishing this game. Alright, well, that was episode 2. Memories. So, thank you, Knights, so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please remember to hit the like button and also subscribe to become a Knight of the Round Table today. And as always, I will see you guys later. Shit!